Dear one, right now, in this exact moment, someone far away stopped what they were doing and thought of you. You felt that, didn't you? A small pull on your heart, like a string being gently tugged from somewhere you cannot see. That is not your imagination. That is real. And before we go any further, I want you to comment "My heart is open" below, so you can confirm, right here and now, that you are open and ready to receive this message. It is meant for you and only you in this moment. Take a slow breath. Let your shoulders drop. Let the noise of the day fade for just a few minutes. You are safe here. You are welcome here. And the message I am about to share with you is filled with love, with longing, and with a promise that has been waiting for the right time to reach you. Your soulmate, that presence you long for, that person your heart quietly reaches for on lonely nights, misses you too. And through this message, they wish to speak to you now. Prepare your heart, because what follows is a letter, written from the deepest part of the soul, an outpouring of feeling that reaches across time and space to find you. This is not a message that landed in front of you by accident. You stayed until this point for a reason. So stay a little longer and let this letter, written straight from the heart of your soulmate, wash over you. Feel the strength of this love as it moves through every line, as though the very essence of your soulmate were floating in the air around you right now, reaching to touch your heart. This letter is proof of how deeply your soulmate wishes to meet you, how much they long to finally stand beside you. They want you to feel, fully and completely, the depth of what you already share, even though you may not be side by side yet. The bond that connects you is stronger than you could ever imagine. Picture it as an invisible thread, quietly weaving your two lives together, even across the distance that separates you today. Let these next words settle into your being. The love growing between you is like a flame that never goes out, no matter how much time passes or how far apart you are. Through the angels who watch over you, a promise is being carried to you today. I am on my way, guided by the love that already connects us. Let hope rise gently in your chest, because promises made in true love are never wasted. This love will guide you. It will bring you closer, and one day, when you least expect it, your paths will finally cross. Now, more than ever, it is time to open your heart and let it receive everything this letter has to offer. With every word, feel the connection growing. Let yourself be wrapped in this warm, loving energy that flows from each sentence, each thought your soulmate is sending your way. Let yourself feel both the sweetness of this love and the quiet ache of being apart. But know this, the ache does not mean the connection is broken. It never has been. This love waits patiently, it never gives up, and even when it feels distant, it is always present, always alive, always reaching for you. This is a message meant to travel straight to your heart. So prepare yourself to receive this energy. Let it warm your soul. Let it bring a small, quiet smile to your face. And now the letter begins. Dear soul, pause for a moment. Welcome to the Angel's Message for You original channel. Please check the channel name carefully. It's Angel's Message for You. This is our only official channel. Beware of copycat and fake channels. Stay connected to the original source to receive authentic angel messages and true blessings. A very special thank you to Edith, Freddie, John and Scott for sowing your seed for Soulmate here through Ko-Fi link. Super thanks. May this seed return to you multiplied with soulmate blessings, divine protection, love, well-being, and abundance. May the angels guide and watch over you always. Thank you for your beautiful support. Blessings always. Let's know what angels want us to know. My love, I feel a deep need to put into words everything that has been burning inside my heart. This is the longing of someone who, even from far away, feels your presence like sunlight through a window. I want you to know that you are not alone, that this connection between us is real, that it is something you can trust. It feels like my soul has been calling out, wanting so badly to be heard. Feel that urgency, feel that pull, because it is also an invitation for you to let your own feelings rise to the surface too. You do not need to hold back the longing for the union your heart has been quietly asking for. Through a deep connection with the angels who guide me, I was able to send you this letter. Your guardian angel carries these words to you now. I ask them, with all the faith I have, to bring you every word wrapped in love and longing that lives in my heart. This letter is proof of how much I wish to meet you, how deeply I long for the day we finally stand together. Through the angels, I send you my promise. I am on my way, guided by this love that already binds us. Our souls will meet soon, and everything I feel will finally be yours to hold. I feel this need pressing on my chest, this desire to put into words everything that burns inside me. It is as if there is a force greater than myself guiding me to speak, to reach for you, across whatever distance separates us. Every time you cross my mind, I feel that somehow my words can move past the limits of time and space, that in some way I cannot fully explain, they will find their way to you. Soon our souls will meet, and all this love I carry will finally be yours. These words are an echo of a deep longing, a quiet cry from a soulmate who waits, hopeful, for the moment your eyes can finally meet. Picture the emotion that will fill that meeting. Picture the energy that will move between you, like a river rushing toward the sea, full of connection and life. I am here, waiting for you, longing for you, with a love that reaches past time and space to hold you even now. Each of us is walking our own path, but that does not make the bond between soulmates any smaller. If anything, distance and challenge only make it stronger. You are not walking this search alone. Your soulmate feels your call too, and that shared longing is what makes the journey worth it. I will always be here, waiting for the moment we finally meet. This waiting is not wasted time. Every day that passes brings you one step closer to being together. Every beat of your heart is like a quiet song reaching out to them, and every thought you have is one more step toward the reunion you both long for. Let your heart open a little wider now, and prepare to receive the final part of this letter. I believe our meeting is written into our story, meant to happen. Let that belief be something you can lean on while you wait. Remember that every part of your life is unfolding exactly as it should, as part of a much bigger, gentler plan. This season of waiting is not punishment. It is preparation. A quiet time for both of you to grow into the fullest versions of yourselves before you finally come together. When our eyes meet for the first time, the world around us will soften and fade, and we will lose ourselves completely in one another. There is a fire burning inside me, steady and unwavering, every time I think of you. It is a love that burns in my chest, something I cannot fully control, something that fills me with a passion so deep it almost hurts. I feel as though every part of me is reaching for you, as if this love has been alive since the beginning of time, simply waiting for the moment our souls finally reunite. What I feel for you is more than longing. It is a need, a hunger that only your presence can ever truly satisfy. When I think of you, my heart quickens. My whole body warms at the simple thought of having you near. It is a feeling that goes beyond logic, beyond explanation. I love you in a way that reaches past the physical, past the space that separates us. Sometimes it feels as though I can sense you right here with me, as if your presence, even from far away, warms my soul and makes my heart skip with anticipation for the day we finally meet. This flame does not flicker or fade. It burns steady and strong, and the longer we are apart, the stronger it grows. Every moment of separation feels like its own small eternity, but I know this fire reaches you too, that somehow, even across the distance, you can feel this passion that lives inside me. I long for you in a way that feels like recognition, as if I already know you, as if our hearts met long ago and have simply been waiting for the right moment to come together for good. It is a feeling of instant knowing, as though since the beginning of time we were meant to find each other. What I feel for you is not ordinary. It burns with intensity, filling me with a desire to be near you with every part of my being. And this longing, this ache, is like a flame that warms even as it stings a little, a burning wish to finally be at your side, to look into your eyes, and to finally say out loud how much I love you, how I have searched for you across every chapter, every dream. I am close now, so close to finally finding you. And when that day comes, know that all this love, all this passion living inside me, will belong to you completely. Cannot wait much longer. The wish to be near you grows with every passing day, with every beat of my heart. And know that when our souls finally come together, this fire that burns within me will become the light that guides our path forward. Always. Soon I will be there, and all this love, all this passion that can no longer be contained, will finally find a home, resting in your arms, in your heart. I am waiting for you, and with each day that passes, the love I feel for you grows deeper, stronger, harder to hold back. This love is eternal, and it is guiding me toward you with every heartbeat. I feel longing and desire building inside me, as if there is an empty space within me that only you can fill. The nights feel longer without you, and every dream where you appear is a gentle reminder of what is still to come. I know there is a purpose behind this journey, and that the waiting, though hard, is a necessary part of our story. As I write this letter, I want you to feel my presence, even though we are not yet physically together. When I look up at the stars, I feel that each one shines with the hope of our reunion. They remind me that true love never fades, and that just like the stars, we each carry our own light, one that quietly guides the other home. The connection I feel with you is so strong. It seems to reach beyond this world entirely, an invisible but very real bond that makes me believe, without a doubt, that we are meant for each other. I want you to know that you are always on my mind, that you are the light guiding my way forward. Even the faintest memories of you bring a smile to my face and warmth to my heart. In every small gesture, in every quiet thought, I feel you drawing nearer. It feels as though the universe itself is working in our favor, and that with each passing day we move closer to the moment we finally meet. It is a certainty I cannot fully explain, yet it settles deep within me all the same. The longing I carry is intense, but it is also a reminder of the love we share. I am learning to treasure every moment of this waiting, because I know that in the end, all this yearning will turn into joy. I want you to hold on to that hope, because the love we feel for each other is greater than any obstacle that could ever stand in its way. I recognize you, soulmate, as if with each passing day I am learning a little more about us, about the beauty of what we share. I believe you feel this connection too, even if you are not fully aware of it yet. Every time you look up at the sky, every time a certain song touches your heart in a way you cannot explain, know that it is me, quietly whispering my love, my hope, that one day soon we will be together. As I wait for you, I want you to know that you are strong, and that every challenge you face is only bringing you closer to me. Do not let uncertainty shake your footing. The light that shines inside you is precious, and it is that very light that lights my own path forward. In your moments of doubt, remember that I am always near you, even from a distance, supporting you, loving you. The connection we share cannot be broken, and it gives me the strength to keep moving forward. Dear soul, before we continue, if this message about your soulmate has touched your heart tonight, I'd like to invite you to do something truly meaningful for your soulmate journey. The bond between soulmates is precious, and at times, it can feel vulnerable to negativity, envy, or the evil eye from the world around us, even when no harm is intended. If your heart is calling you to cover this connection with an extra layer of love, faith, and protection, you can sow your seed for your soulmate through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. As scripture reminds us, each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. 2 Corinthians 9 verse 7. This simple act can become a heartfelt expression of your intention, inviting the angels to watch over your soulmate connection, surround it with divine light, and guide it as it continues to grow in the right time and in the right way. If you feel led to do so, thank you from the bottom of my heart. May your kindness return to you multiplied, just as God's word says, whoever sows generously will also reap generously. 2 Corinthians 9 verse 6. May your soulmate journey be filled with peace, hope, divine guidance, and God's perfect timing. I hope you can feel all the love I am sending through this message. I am here, waiting patiently for the day our souls finally reunite. When that day comes, all the love and longing we have carried for one another will turn into pure, deep joy. Together, we will feel unstoppable. I believe every tear shed while waiting will one day be replaced with laughter and happiness. In every thought, in every quiet prayer, I am with you. Keep this message close to your heart, and remember always that one day we will be together, and nothing will be able to keep us apart. I am sending you all my love, and I promise that when we finally reach each other, it will be a joyful reunion, one where every unspoken word finally finds its voice. Until then, hold on to faith, hold on to hope, and above everything else, know that you are loved. With each passing day, my soul reaches for you a little more. It is a feeling hard to put into words, as though a piece of me is missing, a piece only you can complete. As I wait, I live in a kind of quiet preparation, like a flower slowly opening toward the sun, waiting patiently for the perfect moment to bloom. You are my light, and it is in that warmth that I find my strength. What I feel for you is not fleeting. It is a flame that burns steadily inside me, one that does not go out with distance, but instead grows stronger. I feel that our meeting is inevitable, and that even if the road ahead is long, we are on a journey that will lead us to one another. Every step I take is guided by the hope that one day, in a moment that feels almost magical, our eyes will finally meet, and time itself will lose meaning. When that happens, everything will finally make sense. I want you to know that every thought I have is dedicated to you. When I look up at the night sky, I see our dreams reflected back at me. You are the light that brightens my darkest nights, and in every constellation, I feel your presence near. I know life brings its share of challenges, and there are days when loneliness can feel heavy. But remember, this feeling is only temporary, and it is part of how we are both growing. I am learning to embrace these quiet moments, knowing they are shaping us, preparing us for one another. I believe every tear shed now is one step closer to our reunion, proof of a love strong enough to rise above any barrier or limit placed in its way. The connection between us feels like a thread of light stretching across time and space. Sometimes I feel as though I can hear your voice in my dreams, whispering words of love and encouragement, a gentle reminder that neither of us is truly alone, that we are part of something far bigger than ourselves. When my mind wanders, I imagine what it will feel like when we finally meet. I picture your eyes, imagine your touch, like a soft melody echoing in the depths of my soul. This dream comforts me and gives me the strength to keep going, to keep waiting, to keep believing. Sometimes worry creeps in, and I wonder if you feel the same connection, if somewhere right now you are thinking of me the same way I am thinking of you. Do you feel this same longing? These questions drift through my mind like leaves carried on the wind, but through all of it, one truth remains steady. Our love is real. It is the quiet force that drives me forward, the light that guides me through the darker hours. And even when doubt tries to gather like clouds overhead, I hold on to this truth, the certainty that our souls are meant to meet. I want you to know that this wait is worth it. Every moment we spend apart is quietly preparing us for something greater still to come. When we are finally together, every hardship, every challenge we faced apart will become a story we tell with joy, proof of a love that never surrendered to distance or time, but instead grew stronger through it. I am here, giving everything I have to this season of waiting, holding on to the hope that what awaits us is a love deeper and truer than we could have ever imagined. In the meantime, I continue living, continue learning. Life, in all its complexity, is teaching me what truly matters. I am learning to savor small moments, small smiles, knowing that soon I will get to share them with you. Every day that passes brings us closer to our reunion. Do not let doubt take root in your heart. Instead, keep the flame of hope burning bright. This love we share is rare and precious, and one day soon, we will explore it fully, together. I want you to know that I am always with you, even in the moments you cannot feel me near. My love is an invisible thread that connects us, and every beat of my heart moves in rhythm with yours. I am sending this message through your guardian angel, and I hope every word reaches you like a gentle whisper of love. I am counting the days, the hours, even the minutes, until we can finally look into each other's eyes and recognize one another completely. When that day comes, there will be no more separation, only the union of two souls who were always meant to find their way to each other. For now, keep your heart open, and know that I am here, waiting. As you live your life, remember that I am living mine too, always quietly searching for you. And when the time finally comes for us to meet, it will feel as though the whole world pauses, as everything around us gently fades, and all that remains is the presence we share. Together, we will begin the next chapter of our story, one filled with love, joy, and the quiet certainty that we have finally come home to each other. As I write these words, I feel as though each one carries an energy that reaches past time and space, echoing outward, calling to you. There is a deep longing inside me, a pressing need to connect with you in a way that feels real, honest, and whole. On the nights I lie awake thinking of you, I feel a longing that never quite settles, like a fire that refuses to go out, a flame that fuels everything in me and reminds me why I keep going. When I think of you, warmth moves through my body, as though every part of me is responding to your presence, even from a distance. I imagine what your touch would feel like, what it would be like to finally have you near, to look into eyes that seem to reach straight into my soul. I want you to know that even on the hardest nights, when loneliness feels heavy, you are the light guiding my way. Your presence, even imagined, is like a beacon steering my steps forward, and every challenge I face only strengthens me for the day we will finally be together. What I feel for you goes beyond simple emotion. It is something closer to a quiet, unshakable knowing, a sense that our story reaches further than this one lifetime. Every tear shed in your absence feels like a small offering of love, proof that even with distance between us, our souls remain quietly connected, bound by something that cannot be broken. In moments of stillness, when I quiet my mind and simply listen to my own heart, I feel your presence drawing near, like a soft breeze brushing gently against me. This feeling is so real that I can almost imagine your warmth, your softness, and it makes me believe, even more, that our meeting is drawing closer. Every small sign I notice, every little moment of unexplainable timing, feeds this quiet belief that the universe itself is working things out in our favor, gently setting the stage for our reunion. The stars above feel like a quiet promise of our love, each one shining as if to say that everything is happening exactly as it should, that we are precisely where we need to be. When I look up at them, I feel a deep connection, as though they are quietly telling me stories of a future that has not yet arrived, one filled with laughter, with tears of joy, with memories we will carry forever. When we finally do come together, every star in the sky will serve as a gentle reminder that we have always been connected, even during the times life seemed to be pulling us apart. Understanding the depth of what I feel for you is still something I am learning. Sometimes it is hard to put into words, this love that reaches past the limits of language, past what the eyes alone can see. I feel like we are two pieces of the same puzzle, and when we finally meet, everything will fit together in a way that feels effortless. It does not matter how many twists and turns life has taken us through. What matters is that we are both moving toward a destination that belongs only to us. Sometimes worry creeps in, and I wonder if you feel the same urgency. If somewhere in your day your heart quickens at the thought of me the way mine does for you. I want you to know that I am not simply sitting and waiting passively. I am working on myself, growing into the best version of who I can be, because I know you deserve nothing less. I am learning to love myself fully, so that when we finally meet, we can offer each other a love that is honest, pure, and true. This is a love meant to be nurtured, cared for, and I am here, ready to tend to that flame that continues to grow between us. When life feels heavy, I turn to the love I feel for you as a quiet refuge. It becomes a source of strength that keeps me moving forward, even through the hardest days. I know you are facing your own battles too, and that only deepens my admiration for you. Every scar you carry tells a story of overcoming, proof that you are stronger than you realize. And it is this strength that convinces me that once we finally come together, nothing will be able to stand in our way. When we finally meet, I believe we will feel whole, ready to face whatever storms life brings our way. I want you to know that no matter what happens, I will always be here, waiting for you. My promises are not empty words. They come from deep intention, straight from my heart. With every new day, I hold hope that our moment will come, so that one day we can look back together and see how every challenge we faced was simply part of what brought us together. And when we are finally reunited, all the pain, all the waiting, will transform quietly into gratitude for having found one another. When that moment finally arrives, when our paths truly cross, I want you to know it will feel like something almost magical. A moment where every worry and every doubt simply dissolves, replaced by a wave of love that wraps around us both. There will be no more unanswered questions, no more uncertainty, only the quiet, steady certainty that everything unfolded exactly as it was meant to. I want to feel that embrace, the one that finally feels like home, like we have arrived exactly where we belong. With every word I write, I am sending you love and light, hoping you can feel it settle gently into your heart. You are the reason each day feels worth living, and I cannot wait to build a life alongside you. Every small detail of the future we might share fills me with quiet joy, from peaceful mornings to nights spent beneath a wide, starlit sky, simply losing ourselves in one another's presence. This love is what keeps me grounded, what keeps me steady, and there is nothing that could shake this certainty I carry. I hope you feel this too, that somewhere, our hearts are already in step with one another. Sometimes life keeps us apart physically, but spiritually, we remain closer than ever. And when we finally meet, we will carry a story worth telling, one that quietly defied both time and distance. So wait with me, because the very best is still ahead of us. Finally, I want you to know that I am grateful for you, grateful that you exist, even before we have met. You already hold a special place in my heart. What I feel for you is like a treasure I carry carefully, and I hope that one day soon we can share it fully, in all its richness. Every thought, every quiet dream, every beat of my heart belongs to you, and nothing will ever change that. I will continue waiting, with joy, for the moment our souls finally come together as one. A love so deep that time and distance will no longer matter. A love that, once found, will never be lost again. I am sending this letter with the quiet certainty that you are my soulmate, and that soon our paths will cross in a way that changes everything, for both of us. With all the love that lives inside me, and with unwavering faith in what is meant to be, this letter comes to you from your soulmate. And so, dear one, the letter closes with a feeling that although the waiting has not always been easy, it has never been for nothing. There is a love out there waiting for you, one that is strong, true, and lasting, and one day, at exactly the right time, you and your soulmate will finally be together, living the love your heart always knew was real, even before you ever met. Now, as your guardian angel speaks directly to you, know that it is both an honor and a sacred responsibility to walk beside you on this journey, one that has been lovingly laid out for you. Every step you take, every choice you make, every small gesture, is quietly guided by a plan far greater than what you can see right now, one that touches and enriches every part of your life. I am here to help you walk this path with confidence and calm, always close by, helping you uncover the purpose you were made for. Dear soul, before we continue with today's angel message, I'd like to invite you into a small but meaningful act of faith for your soulmate journey. Love is one of heaven's greatest gifts, yet every precious connection can face moments of uncertainty, fear, or unseen negativity. If your heart feels led to place your soulmate connection into God's loving hands, you can sow your seed through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. As you give, let your seed become a heartfelt intention of hope, inviting the angels to surround you and your soulmate with divine protection, healing, wisdom, and perfect timing. May your connection continue to grow under God's guidance, strengthened by love, peace, and His everlasting light. The Bible reminds us that every act of generous giving is an expression of faith. Proverbs 11 verse 25 says, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." And Acts 20 verse 35 reminds us, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." When we give with a joyful heart, we honor God and place our trust in His perfect plan. If you feel called to sow this seed today, thank you from the bottom of my heart. May God bless your generosity, strengthen your soulmate bond, and fill your life with love, favor, and heavenly peace. Now, let's continue with today's angel message. In every moment of your life, know that a greater force is holding you steady, a love that flows through everything, even the hardest moments. The path you are walking, with all its joy and all its difficulty, is part of something sacred that is unfolding slowly, in its own time. Even when the storms feel heavy and doubt weighs on your heart, trust that there is order in all of it, even the parts you cannot yet understand. My role is simply to remain present, to guide you, to offer comfort whenever uncertainty creeps in. When doubt visits you, remember that you are never truly alone. I am here beside you, lighting the way, helping you find clarity when things feel unclear. The strength you feel to keep moving, even through hard seasons, is a reflection of the quiet guidance and support surrounding you always. Sometimes the weight of responsibility and uncertainty can feel like too much to carry. In those moments especially, remember you do not carry it alone. Every challenge is really an invitation to grow, to draw a little closer to the purpose waiting for you. I am here to remind you that every step forward, no matter how small it feels, moves you closer to fulfilling your own destiny. Let yourself feel the peace that comes from knowing there is meaning behind everything that happens. Difficulties are not punishments. They are opportunities, chances to learn and to grow. With every step you take, even during the hardest seasons, you are moving closer to the greater purpose meant for you. I am here to walk beside you with love and patience, easing your worries, helping you find peace within. Picture this moment, dear one. Imagine what it will feel like when you finally meet your soulmate, when every fear and every insecurity gently fades away, making room for the certainty of a love that connects you both. This is a love that is not only emotional, but spiritual too, one that reaches the very depths of your soul. You will feel whole, and this connection will grow even stronger than it already is. So hold on to faith, and let this hope spread gently through every part of your life. I know you feel this too, and that is exactly why this message has found you today. With each day that passes, you move one step closer to living the love you have been dreaming of. In the end, I want you to know this simple truth. Love never fails. No matter the distance, no matter how much time passes, true love always finds its way through. It is like a light shining quietly in the dark, always present, even in the moments you cannot see it clearly. Believe that this light never goes out, that it is always guiding you gently forward. Trust in this love, dear one, and let it guide you. It is this love that inspires you, that strengthens you, that gives you hope on the days the journey feels heavy. Remember, your soulmate is also walking through their own challenges, facing their own storms, yet somehow together you both keep moving forward. You are in sync even if you have not yet met face to face. Every time you think of your soulmate, that quiet energy is shared, moving gently from one heart to another. It is a kind of dance, one where the harmony is already perfect, even if your bodies are not yet standing in the same place. Let yourself feel this bond, and know that even without having met yet, your souls are already moving together, somewhere beyond what we can see with our eyes. We are walking this journey together, and it is a privilege to walk beside you as your guide. Every day is a fresh chance to grow, to move closer to who you truly are, and to step further into the purpose meant for your life. I am here to make sure you never feel alone, and to help you find peace and quiet confidence with every step forward. I will always be here, sharing gentle messages, staying close to you, dear one. With infinite love, your guardian angel. Before you go, I want to leave you with something practical, something you can carry with you long after this message ends. Waiting for love does not mean sitting still. It means living fully, right where you are, while your heart quietly stays open to what is coming. Water the parts of your life that already bring you joy. Nurture your friendships. Take care of your body. Learn something new. Rest when you need rest. Every bit of care you give yourself now is preparing you for the love that is on its way. Because the healthiest, richest love always meets two people who already know how to love themselves. Notice the small signs around you. A song that plays at just the right moment. A stranger's kind words that echo something you needed to hear. A dream that lingers longer than usual, leaving a quiet warmth behind. These little moments are not random. They are gentle nudges, soft reminders that you are supported, that your story has not been forgotten, that something bigger is quietly working things out behind the scenes on your behalf. If today has felt heavy, let this message be a small resting place. Let it remind you that heaviness is not permanent. Seasons shift. Winters end. Every closed door in your life has simply been making room for a door that fits you better. Trust that your heart knows how to heal, and trust that your heart also knows how to hope again, even after disappointment, even after long stretches of waiting that felt endless. You do not need to force this. You do not need to chase it or search anxiously for it around every corner. Real connection tends to arrive quietly, almost gently, often when you least expect it, when you are simply living your life with an open heart. So instead of straining to make it happen, try softening. Try trusting. Try believing that the universe, in its own timing, is already working things out in a way that will make sense once you look back on it. Think of the people, the places, the small choices that brought you to this very message today. None of it was random. Every step led you here, to this moment, to these words. That alone is worth paying attention to. It means you are being guided, even when you cannot always feel it clearly. It means you are not walking this path by accident. So take a moment right now, wherever you are, and place a hand gently over your heart. Feel it beating steadily beneath your palm. That same heartbeat has carried you through every hard season you have already survived. It will carry you through this season of waiting too, and it will carry you all the way to the moment your soulmate finally stands in front of you. Let that thought settle. Let it bring you comfort. Carry this message with you today. Let it sit quietly in the back of your mind as you go about your day, as a gentle reminder that you are cared for, that you are not forgotten, and that love, real and lasting love, is already making its way toward you, one patient step at a time. If you believe in the guidance watching over you, leave a quiet amen below, or simply share the word that feels true to your heart right now. Let this message settle into you fully. Let it remind you that love is patient, that timing is sacred, and that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You are seen, you are loved, and your story is still being written, one gentle, meaningful step at a time. Dear beautiful soul, this angel's message for you channel is a sacred spiritual home, created for faith, healing, and divine guidance. A place where hearts awaken and lives are gently transformed through divine messages. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because the divine is always preparing something greater for your journey, something you are meant to receive in divine timing. If you feel moved to support this mission, you can sow your seed here for your soulmate blessings and divine love fulfillment. Your contribution is not just support. It is an energetic agreement with love, healing, and divine alignment in your own life. When you give with intention, it opens doors. Love flows more freely, happiness expands, and abundance multiplies in unexpected ways. Many believe that giving in faith activates a return of peace, joy, and emotional fulfillment in relationships and life. Whether it is $11, $22, $33, or $55, your generosity helps us continue spreading these divine messages of hope, healing, and soulmate guidance across the world. Every seed sown into this mission helps hearts heal, faith return, and souls reconnect with love. This is more than a channel. It is a movement of light, unity, and divine timing. Your support allows this sacred work to grow, touching lives that are searching for answers, comfort, and spiritual direction. We are all connected in this journey, and together we rise as one community under divine love. Let us open our hearts to the abundance that is already on its way. Amen.